I used to think LA was the ultimate dream destination, until I truly got to know the city inside and out. As someone who has lived in Los Angeles my entire life, I've seen it all, and I'm here to tell you what no one else will. In this video, I'll share the 10 reasons why you should never move to Los Angeles. Plus, a carefully curated bonus tip at the end. So stick around for that. For those of you who are new here, I'm Todd Kingsley, your go-to luxury realtor in Los Angeles, and I'm here to give you the insider scoop. Now, why should you watch this video? Because everyone loves moving to Los Angeles. It's a hotspot for entertainment, media, and tech. Dreamers from all over the world come here to chase success, whether they're actors, musicians, or artists. The city's rich cultural diversities, with its immigrant communities and vibrant neighborhoods, makes LA a melting pot of experiences. Whether it's for business or for living, Los Angeles is on the wish list of many. But, and this is a big but, you need to know the other side of living here. So without further delay, let's dive into what you really need to know before making the leap. Starting with number 10, traffic is a nightmare. The infamous LA traffic. If you've ever wanted to experience what it feels like to be stuck in a parking lot, just hit the I-405 during rush hour. It's basically a rite of passage. Rush hour here runs from 7 to 10 a.m. and again from 4 to 7 p.m. And yes, it feels like it lasts all day. Moving just a few miles can take what feels like an eternity. If you ever need some alone time with your thoughts or your favorite podcast, LA's freeways have got you covered. We're talking major freeways like the I-5, the I-405, and the Hollywood freeway, where delays and accidents are basically scheduled programming. Planning your day around traffic is a skill you'll quickly master here. You either wake up before the sun to avoid the chaos, or become an expert in alternate routes that make you feel like you're living in a real-life maze. And don't even get me started on weekend plans. A Friday night trip to downtown or Hollywood? Yeah, good luck with that. The streets are just as packed as the weekdays, so make sure you have a playlist ready to keep you entertained while you wait. If you're moving to LA, consider traffic your new BFF, because it will be with you everywhere you go. Coming in at number 9, the cost of living is sky high. Los Angeles, where dreams come true and your wallet cries. Living in LA? Yeah, it's not cheap. The average home price here is a little over 1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. That's more than a dream car, or maybe 5 of them. And if you're thinking of renting instead, brace yourself. Average rent hovers around $3,100 per month. So yeah, budget-friendly isn't exactly the vibe. And it's not just about housing. Everything here is ready to max your credit card. A gallon of milk will cost you about $4.95. And a loaf of bread, that's $4.15. Eating out, a casual meal will run you $25 or more. And if you're splurging on a fancy dinner for 2, easily looking at $120. Hope your bank account enjoys fine dining. Now, let's talk about getting around. Spoiler alert, that's expensive too. Gas prices are sitting around $5.17 per gallon. So every drive feels like a little financial adventure. If you need a car, expect to pay around $30,000 for a basic Volkswagen Golf. And if you thought the public transport might save the day, think again. A single metro ride is $1.75, and a monthly pass is about $122 if you opt for the express option. So no cheap rides here either. The cost of living in LA for a single person averages around $3,770 per month. And for a family of 4, it's closer to $7,625. Welcome to La La Land, where the weather is perfect and your budget, well, let's just say you'll be great at money management in no time. Moving on to number 8, earthquakes. Living in Los Angeles means getting cozy with the idea that the ground might shake under your feet. Literally. Southern California experiences around 10,000 earthquakes a year. But don't worry, most of them are so small that you'll never notice. It's like nature's way of telling you who's boss. Now, I've been through one of the big ones, the 1995 Northridge earthquake. And let me tell you, it was intense. It hit 6.7 on the Richter scale. And I woke up to felt like the house trying to shake itself apart. I still remember the cracks snaking up the walls, the chimney coming down, and boxes falling onto cars in the garage. Bookshelves, they didn't stand a chance. They toppled over like dominoes. It was definitely a terrifying experience. But luckily, I made it out safely. That morning was one of those moments where you think, is this really happening? Since then, LA has seriously toughened up, with buildings reinforced by steel frames and stronger walls. But if you're living here, being prepared is a must. Earthquake insurance? Get it. Trust me, you don't want to be stuck covering the damages when the ground decides to do its thing. Having an emergency kit is crucial as well, and knowing where to hide in case of a quake. That's just everyday LA life. We even have earthquake drills because in this city, you plan for sunny days and shaky ones. Coming in at number 7, it's hard to find a real community. Los Angeles is huge. I mean, we're talking over 500 square miles of sprawling city. It's like living in 5 cities all at once. So it's easy to feel a little, lost sometimes. Neighborhoods are spread out, and getting across town can feel like you're embarking on a cross-country road trip. With LA traffic being the beast it is, your social life sometimes takes a backseat, literally. And let's be honest, people here are busy. Everyone's juggling a million things: work, side hustles, and long commutes. By the time you get home, it's hard to muster the energy to hang out with your neighbors. LA can sometimes feel like a city full of people on the go, where neighborhood barbecues are as rare as finding street parking on a Friday night. But here's the good news. Community is still possible in LA. The city is full of local groups, art events, and clubs that are great for connecting with people. You just have to put in a bit more effort to find your tribe. So while it might take a little more time to find your crew, once you do, LA can feel a lot smaller and way more connected. Moving on to number 6, the air quality isn't great. That lovely brownish tint, not exactly a sunset. It's the smog, thanks to all those cars and industries pumping pollutants into the sky, which then gets trapped by the surrounding mountains. And let me tell you, LA's air quality index can sometimes reach levels where you feel like you're breathing through a straw. It's especially tough for people with asthma, kids, and seniors. The smog can trigger everything from coughing fits to more serious issues like throat discomfort and breathing trouble. Basically, if you're outdoors on a bad air day, don't be surprised if your lungs decide they're on strike. But here's the good news. LA is trying to turn things around. The city is stepping up with new regulations for vehicles and industries, and there's a push for public transit and electric cars. So while it might take a while to get that crystal clear air, we're at least heading in the right direction. Coming in at number 5, homelessness is a serious issue. With around 45,252 people experiencing homelessness in the city, it's an issue that's hard to miss. Whether you're downtown on Skid Row or driving through residential neighborhoods, you'll see signs of this crisis everywhere. The reason behind it are complex, with the high costs of housing being a major factor. Trying to afford rent or buy a home here is like trying to win the lottery, but that's not all. Mental health issues, substance abuse, and a lack of accessible social services make the problem even tougher to solve. The good news, LA is actively working to address the issues. Programs are underway to build more affordable housing, improve mental health support, and offer emergency shelters. Organizations like LAHSA, Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, are working hard to provide resources and assistance. But as many would agree, there's still a long way to go. Moving on to number 4, wildfires. Wildfires in Los Angeles and California are a real concern. They're becoming more frequent and severe thanks to factors like higher heat and those infamous Santa Ana winds. Recent years have seen major fires wreak havoc. The Bridge Fire alone scorched over 54,800 acres in the San Gabriel Mountains, while the Airport Fire tore through 23,500 acres of nearby land. And it's not just the flames that are dangerous. The smoke can make the air quality tank. The air quality index can spike to hazardous levels, making it tough to breathe, especially for anyone with respiratory issues. Wildfires also force people out of their homes, causing chaos long after the flames are out. While LA has plans in place and emergency aids available, fires continue to be a big threat. It's all about staying alert and being prepared for when the heat is literally on. Coming in at number 3, the competition is intense. Living in LA, it's like being in a non-stop race, whether it's for jobs, housing, or schools. Hollywood, that's a full-blown battleground with actors, writers, and directors all fighting for this same spotlight. Let's just say success here doesn't come easy. And it's not just about work. Schools are just as competitive. From prestigious universities to top-tier public and private schools, getting in can feel like applying for a job. If you're going to thrive in LA, you'll need a fierce work ethic, a strong will, and maybe a good set of running shoes, because this city moves fast. Moving on to number 2, limited transportation options. LA's public transportation. It exists, but let's just say it's not winning any popularity contests. Sure, we've got buses, light rail, and subways, but they don't quite reach all the far off corners of this city. And when they do show up, they're often fashionably late, especially during off-peak hours. Even the buses can't escape LA's infamous traffic jams, which means getting anywhere on time can feel like a lottery. So what do most people do? Yep, they drive. But spoiler alert, more cars just means more congestion, more traffic, and more smog. While efforts are being made to improve the transit system, like extending the metro rail, it's a slow process. So for now, LA remains a car city, where finding a parking spot can feel like winning a gold medal. Coming in at number 1, it can get lonely. In a city as big as Los Angeles, over 500 square miles, it's surprisingly easy to feel alone. With communities spread far and wide, even close friends can feel like they live in a different time zone. And with everyone hustling through long work hours and commutes, socializing often ends up on the back burner. The fast-paced city life can leave you feeling like you're surrounded by people, yet somehow solo. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Finding your crew is possible. Joining clubs, attending community events, or diving into a hobby you love can open doors. Even online forums and social platforms are great ways to meet new faces. In LA, there's always an opportunity to connect if you're ready to explore. Bonus tip, take a quick escape from LA. Sometimes even the city of dreams can feel a little overwhelming. Good news, there are plenty of incredible getaways right outside of LA. Head up the coast to Santa Barbara for wine tasting and some serious scenic beaches. If you're more into desert vibes, Joshua Tree is the perfect spot for hiking and stargazing. Trust me, those skies are next level. Need snow? Big Bear Lake has you covered with skiing and snowboarding just a couple of hours away. Or if you're craving something more chill, take a trip to Ojai for a peaceful, artsy vibe. Think great food and relaxation. And of course, there's always Palm Springs for that retro poolside cocktail life, complete with mountain views and endless sunshine. Whether you're seeking adventure, peace, or a stylish retreat, LA's surrounding areas offers something for everyone. So when the city gets a little too intense, remember, a quick escape is just a road trip away. Thanks for hanging out with me and exploring this vibrant world of Los Angeles. I hope this video gave you some fun insights into life in this exciting city. If you enjoyed these tips, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more real estate tips, LA living hacks, and all the insider info you need to thrive in this amazing place. And hey, don't be shy. Follow me on social media to stay updated on new videos, real estate news, and to ask me any questions directly. Whether you're thinking about moving to LA or you're already part of this bustling city, I'm here to help with friendly advice and a sprinkle of fun. I'm Todd Kingsley, your trusted realtor in Los Angeles, and I'm always ready to chat. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.